Hey everyone, my name is Mia Lammers of Invoked 101, and today I'm super excited to bring you my blind second Violet Chimera OTK deck. This is the deck profile that I've been waiting to do for forever, but I didn't edit it and upload it sooner just because I knew there was a ban list coming. I knew that it was going to get hit eventually somehow, and also people were just so tired of seeing Salamangreats. I figured why not do it after the ban list came out. You know, do it for the views, yay! But anyways, I don't believe there's another blind second Violet Chimera OTK deck out there, so this is my own baby brain creation, and I'm so excited to share it with you guys. Of course, this is a deck that I will continuously keep tweaking to try to make better, so if you have any advice, please leave it in the comments down below. Speaking of stuff below this video, please go check out our Patreon in the description. Every dollar goes back into this channel. It makes better videos for you guys. You helping us helps you, so please consider it. We also have an Instagram at Invoked101 where we do little updates on our Yu-Gi-Oh! Adventures and, you know, cards that we got and videos that we're going to be doing, so definitely go follow us on there. But anyways, let's get right into the deck profile. I'm so excited. You have no idea. So, for starters, 3 Salamangreat Gazelle. Of course, I'm honestly surprised this card did not get limited, but, you know, it didn't, and it's still the best card in the deck, so definitely play 3. We're also running 3 Salamangreat Spinny. Definitely one of the best cards in the deck, and I don't consider running anything less than 3, maybe 2, but in this build, you definitely want to run 3. Also, 2 Salamangreat Foxy and 1 Jaguar. I've considered doing 2 Jaguars, but I don't know, this is a 40 card deck exactly, so playing 42 cards, 41 cards, it's not going to hurt your consistency much at all. I only play 2-to-1 ratios on these just because most of the time you're going to be searching them for combos rather than wanting to see them in your opening hands. Also, 1 Lady Debug because she is now officially limited. So that is it for our Salamangreats. I consider Lady Debug a Salamangreat because, you know, what else are you playing her in? I'm also running 2 Lone Fire Blossom, 1 Orpheus Scorpio, and 1 Darling Cobra. Orpheus Scorpio and Darling Cobra, and even Lone Fire Blossoms, honestly, if they stop you at Lone Fire, as long as it's still left on the field, it gives you a free Mirage Stallion, or if you're able to go all the way and do Orpheus Scorpio and Cobra, once again, free Mirage Stallion, and you get to search out a Poly. So that's it for the Prayer Plant engine. Of course, 3 Common Ash Blossom, because, I mean, you can't play Salamangreats without Common Ash. That's the first introduction to Common Ash, right? Oops, there it is. And 2 Effect Veilers. For a moment I thought I lost a card. So honestly, just because since it is a blind second, you want to be able to hold off your opponent a little bit, so hand traps are definitely great to have. We are running 1 Salamangreat Sanctuary. I only run 1 right now, but I've been considering doing 2. This card is extremely searchable, but you never know whenever you're going to lose it. Somebody's going to pop it off the field with Twin Twisters, so maybe you might want to bump it up to 2. 3 Fusion of Fire, and 2 Super Poly. This is, like I said, a Violet OTK deck, so you definitely want all the abilities to end up with something to fuse in your hand. You want to be able to have your fusion materials on field, you want to have your spell in hand so you can activate it as soon as possible. But since this is a deck that can be made to go first sometimes, we have Burden of the Mighty. This also is probably my favorite card in this deck, to be honest, because originally when I saw Violet Chimera and what it could do, I was like, oh, so you use Spinny as a hand trap and, you know, make your opponent gain 500 attack on one of their monsters and then Violet OTK. But then I was like, Burden of the Mighty helps so much more because you're not always going to be able to have that Spinny in your hand. Most of the time you're going to be using it to get off your combos. So Burden of the Mighty can force your opponent into allowing you to get off your Violet OTK. And I think it's a really great card, and honestly, I think everyone should run it if you're going to do a Violet Chimera OTK deck. We're also running 3 Salamangreat Circle just to search, just in case, you know. And, of course, Will of the Salamangreat. And 3 Called by the Grave. So that's it for spells. Traps, we are running very, 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 very little traps. 1 Rage, 1 Roar. I thought about bumping up Roar to 2 as well, but I mean, it's very searchable, so I haven't really had a need to. And 2 Infinite Impermanents because dupo, right? So that is it for the deck. Let's get right into the extra deck. The extra deck is pretty standard. 2 Balinks, 2 Sunlight Wolf, 2 Heatleo. I know some people run 3 Sunlight Wolf, but to be honest, most of the time I don't end up getting out Sunlight Wolf. I jump from Balinks to Heatleo because, I mean, this deck is not based around having the Link monsters other than using them as material. 1 Doolittle Chimera, 1 Hita, 2 Mirage Stalio, 1 Abyss Dweller, and for fusions we have 1 Mud Dragon of the Swamp, and 3 Violet Chimeras. Honestly, you could probably drop Violet Chimera to 2 and add back in something else that you'd like, but I figured, you know, it's a Violet Chimera OTK deck, why not run all 3 just in case, because you never know what's going to happen. But that is it for our extra deck. So that is currently it. Honestly, this deck is, I'm not gonna lie, it has a 50-50 consistency, and when I say that, I don't mean that 50% of the time you brick and 50% of the time you do great. I mean that 50% of the time you're doing just Salamangreat plays, you know, normal, basic, getting out Mirage Stalio, all that stuff, and 50% of the time you are going into Violet Chimera OTK instantly, and it's great and it's amazing. I would like to try to get this deck to be more Violet Chimera OTK, so if you have any suggestions, please definitely leave them in the comments down below. And of course, definitely go help us on Patreon if possible. It would mean the absolute world to us. And follow us on Instagram to keep up with little tidbits and stuff that we're doing. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!